At the end of this video, you should be able to formulate the linear programming model from the verbal description of a problem for minimization type of a problem. So usually LPP model contains decision variables, objective function, constraint and non-negativity constraint. So let us see all these terms with the help of one example. Now consider that there are two different types of foodstuffs, say F1 and F2. Assume that these foodstuffs contain vitamin A and vitamin B. Minimum daily requirement of vitamin A and B are 40 mg and 50 mg respectively. Suppose foodstuff F1 contains 2 mg of vitamin A and 5 mg of vitamin B, while F2 contains 4 mg of vitamin A and 2 mg of vitamin B. Cost per unit of F1 is rupees 3 and that of F2 is rupees 2.5. Formulate the minimum cost diet that would supply the body at least minimum requirements for each vitamin. Now from this problem statement we have to come up with LPP model. So the best way is to convert this information into one table. So here is a table. Now we assume that there are x1 number of foodstuff F1 to be produced and x2 number of foodstuff F2 is to be produced. It is mentioned that foodstuff F1 contains 2 mg of vitamin A. This is 2 mg of vitamin A is present in foodstuff X1 and 5 mg of vitamin B. 5 mg of vitamin B is present in the foodstuff F1. While F2 contains 4 mg of this vitamin A and 2 mg of vitamin B. Also cost per unit of F1 is given as rupees 3 and F2 is given as 2.5. Also the minimum requirement of A is given as 40 and B is given as 50. So all data can be represented in this table. Now if you want to formulate the LPP, we have to ask 3 questions and answer to these 3 questions will give you a complete model. What is to be decided? Read the problem carefully and decide what is to be decided. What is the objective of this problem and what are the limitations that are provided in the problem? Okay, so let us try to answer these questions one by one. Now we have to decide number of units needed for foodstuff F1. Okay, this is the quantity to be decided and that becomes our decision variables, and let us indicate with x1. Also we have to decide number of units needed for foodstuff F2 and we indicate it by x2. So these two becomes my decision variable. Now what is the objective of this problem? Objective of this problem is to minimize the cost. If you read the problem you will understand that objective is to minimize the cost. And what are the limitations mentioned in the problem? It is mentioned that minimum daily requirement of vitamin A and B are 40 mg and 50 mg respectively. So this is the requirement. Now let us see how we get the objective function in terms of equation. Now if I ask you what is the total cost, so total cost will be given by, so this is the cost of producing x1, so this 3 is the cost of producing 1 unit of foodstuff F1 and we want to produce x1 number of units, so total cost will become 3x1. Similarly, cost of producing 1 x2 is 2.5 and we want to produce x2 number of products, so the total cost will become 2.5 x2 and a complete cost will be 3x1 plus 2.5 x2. So this becomes my objective function, right? And I want to minimize this function. I want to minimize this total cost. So this is my objective function. Now let us try to evaluate the constraint. Constraint means limitations. Okay, and limitations are usually depend on the resources. So we have 2 resources over here, so vitamin A and vitamin B, right? So these are our requirements, you can say. Okay, now it is mentioned that foodstuff F1 contains 2 mg of vitamin A, right, and F2 contains 4 mg of vitamin A. Okay, so what is the requirement of vitamin A? Is 40 mg. Food F1 can provide only 2 mg. Food F2 can provide only 4 mg. And now we have to decide the quantity of X1 and X2. Also, it is mentioned that the total requirement of vitamin A is 40 mg. So this 2x1 plus 4x2 should be greater than or equal to 40. So this becomes my first constraint, because you want minimum quantity as 40. So this will be the greater than or equal to sign. Similarly, now you can evaluate the constraint number 2. So just pause the video and think about what will be the constraint number 2. Okay, so I hope that you must given a thought to the problem. Now the constraint 2 will be given by this 5 into x1 plus 2 into x2 should be greater than or equal to this 50. So 5x1 plus 2x2 should be greater than or equal to 50 becomes my second constraint. And the complete linear programming model is represented in this way. So this is my decision variables, this is my objective function, this is the two constraint, this is related to vitamin A, this is related to vitamin B, and lastly, as the quantity of x1 and x2 cannot have a negative value, so these two has to be positive value, and that is why we mention it as a non-negativity constraint. Thank you.